Hello Simmers, it's Pursi here today. Welcome back to another video. I am so excited to play more Sims with you guys. So sit back, relax, grab a snack. I personally recommend a bag of Flamin' Hot Puffs or Funyuns. Not sponsored though. Anyways guys, let's get into the video. Today I decided to do a speed build, which means that the video is going to be a little bit longer than the other videos. I am a very slow builder. I build enough, but not enough to where I'm super speedy at it, super good at it. Also, I wanted to try something new today, which you're looking at now, with the glass roof on the floor, on the ground floor, to try and create a room out of it. So I've never done that before. I've just decided that I should just experiment with it while I'm building and try to get a little bit out of my box. Not too much out of my box, but a little bit. So that's what we're doing today, trying to make this look more interesting. Whenever I do a modern house, it's always just like a big block, and it usually doesn't look very interesting. So I was trying to make it look more interesting. It doesn't look that interesting in the end, but I did my best. I love building. I think it's so much fun, but I'm not the best at it. So I'm hoping that I can get better while doing these videos. I'm really hoping that people will give me feedback and suggestions in the comments and be like, tell me some nice like tricks and some good ideas so that I can become a better builder. Here I was trying to get I wanted the spandrel up high, and I realized that I needed to have the fencing on the second floor to make that work. And then when I deleted the fencing, that it glitched out a little bit here. So you'll see I'm gonna just go to manage roads really quick just to see if I can get that to stop glitching like that, because it bothers me when the game glitches a lot like that. My goals for today are to not cover up my mouth while I talk. I don't know what to do with my hands sometimes, so I cover up my mouth with my hands when I'm talking, and it makes the audio kind of muffled. That's my goal. That's my only goal today, is to not cover my mouth while I talk so you guys can actually hear what I'm saying, for those of you who actually listen to the video. And so yeah, that's my goal, and I'm gonna try really hard at it. I do a lot of jumping around in this video. I was trying to get that roof to like line up perfectly, and I was like experimenting a lot with it, and so I cut a lot out, and the video is still really long. It took me 2 hours to build this house. 2 hours. When I got done recording, I had 2 hours worth of footage, and I was like, oh my goodness. And like, so then I had to speed the video up to like 4 times the speed, because like even at 2 times the speed, it was like an hour long, and I was just like, that's ridiculous. And like, even with me cutting and jumping around, cutting a lot out and jumping around a lot, it still was so long. And I was just like, I really wanted it under 30 minutes, and I just barely got it under 30 minutes. So yay. So goals is to get faster at speed builds. And I even made this house small because I didn't want the video to be too long, but it still was really long. Where I messed up at was that I tried the new thing with the roofing, and then I also built a modern house. And you know what? I love modern houses, but since I try so hard to make them look interesting, I take so much time trying to make decisions and going back and forth and arguing with myself. So that was my first mistake. I should have built something a lot more simple and basic. For the wallpaper here for this stone, I really wanted the foxberry stone from university, and it took me forever to find it. I don't know why it took me forever to find it. Like, looking back at this footage, I see myself scroll past it like several times, and now that I know where it is, I'll never forget. But it took me so long, as you can see. Like, I was like trying to find it so bad. But I finally found it. Yay. I also kind of wish I had picked a different color scheme for this house. I wish I would have stuck with the wood tones. You see, I get rid of like the wood tones and stuff like that, because I couldn't get the wood tones to match properly. It wasn't working out, and I wish I would have stuck with it and figured out a way to make it work. I'm sure I could have, had I really tried, but I was stressed because this is my first speed build and I really wanted it to be good, but it's honestly not good anyway, so I should have just stuck with it. I should have just kept trying anyways. And I mean, the video is really long anyway, so what did I learn today? I learned to just take my time and do whatever I want, because I'm going to go over anyways, and it's probably not going to look that great anyways. So yeah. Let's see. yeah, see how I pause a lot. This is gonna happen a lot because I am trying so hard to like make decisions and think about, oh, how can I make this look interesting? And I'm gonna pause. It's gonna happen a lot, and I'm so sorry. I'll keep uploading to people because I want to get better, but hopefully I'll get better at a decent pace. So yeah, I'm still experimenting with like trying to have some wood tones in here, and none of them matched, and it wasn't working. I was trying really hard to find a paneling that matched well with those little beams from a Get Famous that I have in front of the window there, and I could not find one that matched that wood tone. And eventually I just changed them to the color black because I think I was gonna go white, but I don't think they had a white swatch. I'm not sure, but whatever. Anyways, I went with black, so I changed everything to black. So it's just like a black and gray color scheme. So very, very bland. But I love a black and gray color scheme, but sometimes it doesn't always look very good in The Sims, at least when I do it. But in real life, I love it. But I was really trying, I didn't want to do that this time, but I ended up going that direction anyways. So that's right, I'll have to try again. And another thing, the camera kept like jumping around. I wasn't using the hotkeys, and I was like fiddling, like I was like so anxious, like I was trying to go faster, faster, because I didn't want the video to be super long, so it just like jumps around a lot, and it's just like not smooth at all. So hope nobody gets dizzy. Sorry about that. Yeah, and see, I'm still playing around with these. And finally, I think I just picked that paneling right there. Oh yeah, I did, and I already changed the beams to black, and so I just kind of pretty much, this is it. This is pretty much the color scheme. I messed around with it a little bit more, and yeah, I decided to change those to black instead of keeping them white so that they didn't look out of place next to those little beams from Get Famous. And so yeah. So oh my gosh, I honestly would not recommend that you download this house. It's on the gallery if you really want it, but like it's super expensive for no reason at all. It's not very good, and it's very, very tiny. Also, like with the roof being on the ground floor like that, the camera just jumps up like crazy whenever you're near it, and it's so irritating. It like when I was trying to furnish the kitchen, it kept jumping up, and it was so frustrating. And I don't know if it'll do that in live mode or not, but I honestly wouldn't risk it. Like, I would either shorten the height of that, or I would just get rid of it altogether if you were to play in this house, because that was very frustrating. I got so sick of it. I was just like, this is stupid. I'm never doing this again. It's not stupid. It looks really cool. I just wish it wasn't so like jumpy with the camera when you get close to the wall. That gets very frustrating to me. But yeah, I'm still just putting on the paint to the walls. To make the video shorter, I probably could have cut all this out. I mean, do you guys really care about how I choose to pick my paint colors? Not really. I'm watching it back and I'm not interested in it at all. So I'm just like, but maybe it's because I did it and then I watched it back and did like all the cutting on the editing. So this is like I don't know how many times I've seen this footage. I've seen it so much. So I'm kind of over it a little bit, but that's all right. Hopefully you guys are enjoying it at least a tiny bit. Now that I think about it, I really should have put those little skylights from Island Living on top of the roof. That would have been cool. I didn't do that though. If you get this house and you have Island Living, you should do that. I think that'll make it look really cool. And also because the master bedroom and even the second bedroom, they both only have one window each, so that actually it would let a lot more natural light in. So it's actually a really good idea. I haven't uploaded it to the gallery yet. I'm going to after I finish um doing this voiceover. I might add the skylights in really quick before I upload it to the gallery, because now that I think about it, that is a top-notch idea. So yeah. So now I'm just trying to figure out where to put the windows. I'm trying not to put, I usually go crazy overboard with how many windows I put on a build because I love windows, especially big windows, love natural light. And then I get inside and I furnish and I'm just like, wow, there's nowhere for like a kitchen or a bathroom because I have huge windows everywhere. So I actually have some self-restraint and I left a lot of the walls blank, And I waited until I started furnishing to put in more windows like in the on the back wall and stuff like that. And oh yeah, I decided to make this bit bigger so that we can actually fit some room in there. At this point, I wasn't sure what room I wanted to put in there, but I ended up putting the living room in that little glass bit of the house. And it's very tiny, but I really like it. It's very tiny and it ends up not like furnished a lot because I didn't want it to be too crowded and cluttered. I know some people really like the like cluttered builds and cluttered houses, but I didn't want to overclutter it, so I left it really, really simple. Also, again, it was really frustrating furnishing inside of there because like it just was not a good time. Oops, I just knocked over that bag. But yeah, I jump around a lot in this build, so now I'm like doing a little bit of landscaping, and after I do like landscaping the front, I think I start furnishing the inside of the house, and then I like jump around online, and I'm like, oh, okay, now I'll do the backyard, and then I'm like, oh, I'll go upstairs and I'll go back to the backyard. It was a lot of jumping around. I was not super focused during this build, and I'm always constantly checking out like the house to make sure that it looks somewhat decent and it doesn't like look crazy or it doesn't look too plain or too overgrown or that it just looks like how I want it to look, I guess. Here I was trying to decide how I would do the floor plan, so I like to look at it from this view, from this top down view, because I feel like it helps me figure out the space a little bit better. So I do that a lot. And I was trying to decide if I wanted an archway, but then I decided to use those big, beautiful sliding glass doors from Island Living. I was really tempted to use that Moschino stuffed couch, but in the end, I don't think I used it because I wasn't happy with the colors for this particular house. Yeah, I ended up going with the tiny living couch. Oh, that plant is clipping through the wall a little bit. I didn't notice that. I'll try and remember to fix that too before I upload it to the gallery. And I was trying to find chairs to pick, and I just picked the tiny living chairs again, and I picked them in orange. I really like that bright orange to like add a little bit of color in here because I didn't want it to be too stark with the all like just white and gray. So I was like, ooh, these orange chairs are perfect and they're really cute. I really liked it. I'm really happy with that. I maybe should have made the house a little wider so that room could be a little wider, but that's okay. It's already like, it's fine. I wanted it to be a small house, so if I started making it bigger, then we would have had a problem. This door kept glitching. I wasn't sure why, so I had to go to manage roles again and come back into the build and then actually fix it. I don't know why this build was so glitchy. I don't know if it's the slot, if it's just my game, but it was glitching out a lot. I don't know what I did wrong. And, of course, when I do my first speed build, my game's like, let's glitch out all over the place. So that's fun. And I kept forgetting how that this was like on an angle, that it was a roof. So like I kept trying to put these lights like up high, and I was just like, oh, I can't because the like room like without they're outside now. So I kept forgetting that. And this is like the only time I ever use wall lights. I never use wall lights ever. I don't know, I'm not a fan of wall lights, but like this room needed some lighting in it. Like when it gets dark because like I think the game kind of considers it to be outside a little bit, and so the lighting's not that great. And then like when it's dark, there won't be any lights in there, so the lighting definitely won't be that great. So I decided to go with those Jungle Adventure floors. They're so cute. I love them so much. Those are really good floors. I feel like I go to with those floors a lot, and I'm gonna try to avoid reusing the same things over and over again, but that's going to be hard for me because I like what I like and I want to use what I want to use. And then here I was fiddling around with the stairs trying to get them to fit in that little corner. I was pretty happy that they fit in that corner. I'm so happy that we can configure the stairs now because this build would have been so much smaller had I just had to use straight stairs. And I honestly don't know what I would have done. And yeah, so now I'm doing the kitchen, and you'll see the camera jump up a lot, and it'll be annoying. It was annoying me. And again, Jungle Adventure is a really good pack. It's got some great build things. So I used the Jungle Adventure counters, and I use them a lot, but I never used them in that cream color ever. And I decided to use them in this house. Not sure why. I just was just like, oh, these are cute. This ought to be fun. So I did. And then I decided to separate like put a little wall between that door and the kitchen because like I'm gonna make that a bathroom, and I feel like some people are really weird about bathrooms being off the kitchen, but like there was no better spot to put the bathroom, and I really didn't want to move the kitchen over there, over to that other wall because it had those big windows for mosquito stuff back. So I decided to put it there. And okay, my computer just like went black. It just went to sleep in the middle of this. So the audio might be a little weird. I can't believe that happened. I was like, what just happened? But here I was trying to figure out how to do the upper cabinets, and because I didn't want them intersecting with that window, it like kind of irritates me a little bit when that happens. So I just put like a singular shelf. I don't know if that looks good or not, but that's where I ended up going with. And I wanted an island in this space, but I wasn't sure how big to make it. In the end, I think I just chose two pieces because it wasn't working out that well, and I wanted it to face this way and not towards the door. Like I didn't want people to like walk right into counters as soon as they walk through the door. And I also wanted to have bar stools. So I just put them that way and I just put the two. And I think it looks really nice. I actually really like it. I like the kitchen. It's very simple. Like the whole house is pretty simple, very under decorated. I didn't do a lot of clutter this go around because it was already such a long video and I was like, I'm already gonna have to cut out so much and I'm not that good at editing yet. And I was just like, this is gonna take forever to edit. So I was just like, okay, bare minimum today for the first speed build. But that's all right. These things happen. I'm so paranoid that my screen's gonna go black again. So like, I'm just like constantly like moving my mouse around and trying to do things on my computer so that it doesn't go black on me again. I don't want that. I want my videos to be better and better quality each time, but I feel like that's not gonna happen with all these technical difficulties that I'm having. Uh, I don't know what it is about this game or what it is about me, but picking out chairs for dining tables stresses me out all the time. I never know what chairs to pick. I never know if it matches the dining table and it freaks me out and I just like it's too much. It like drives me crazy. I ended up picking these chairs from Seasons with that gold and I really liked it for some reason. So then I also changed the bar stools to a different color to kind of try and match it a little bit better. So I really am happy with that. I don't know what it is. I don't know why none of those plants fit on that shelf just now. I like was trying all types of plants to fit on my shelf and none of them would slot to that shelf and it was so frustrating. So I ended up just putting a pear picture up there because, that's something people do is put pictures of pears in their kitchen. And so that's what I did. And this little nook here, I thought about putting a laundry there, as you can see, but it might have been functional, might not have been, but I decided that it would be better to put the laundry in the bathroom and then make this little space just a closet, like just for like they have storage. And so like they're gonna need it in this tiny, tiny overpriced house. So I just decided to give them a closet for storage and just to make that space usable and not unused space. Unused spaces and builds bug me a little bit. When I have to have like unused space and builds, I'm like, no, like I don't know what it is. It freaks me out a little bit. So I was just like, I need to use every nook and cranny. So that's what I was doing or trying to do. For the bathrooms, I decided to record only one of the bathrooms because this build was getting long. I needed something to cut out, and most people find bathrooms boring anyways. I decided to show you guys at least one bathroom. I don't know if you really are interested in that or not, but I was just like, I'll just put in one bathroom just in case. Um, so yeah, I used to never understand why other YouTubers would be like, "Oh, I didn't include the bathrooms. It's boring." And it's like, "No, I want to see you do the bathroom." And like now I understand because especially when it's like going on for so long, it's just like, or when you have like too many bathrooms, it's just like it's basically the same thing. It's not that entertaining, and like I need something to cut out. So I like now I get it. Now I understand. So I cut out the second bathroom. Yeah. So that's fine. And we're almost done with this first bathroom. I just need I'm gonna fit a rug in there and maybe a few wall decorations. Yeah, I think I'm gonna put some pictures on the wall. Oh, yep, toilet paper. Need that. And so there's a few decorations around. Didn't want to make the walls super cluttered, and I didn't want to put I could have put like more laundry stuff in here, but I didn't want to. Again, I really didn't want it to be super cluttered. So, just in case somebody does want to download this, like they can like furnish it to their taste or to their Sims taste without too much trouble of having to like delete or sell too many items. Like that's at least the way I think of it. Like if I was building this house for like a specific Sim, which I love to do, then I usually decorate it a little bit more and make it a little bit more like personalized to their taste. But this was just like a general build just to do. So like I left it very sparse. I don't like unused space. So I was like, what can I put underneath these stairs? So like, I figured just like a little doggy bed would work well. And I went with that green color. I think that green color is super cute. And it breaks up the wood a little bit and all the like white and black. So I decided to do that. And now I'm jumping around. Like now I'm like, okay, let's do the backyard. I guess not jumping around. I guess I wanted to finish the downstairs before I went upstairs. And so that's what I'm doing here. And decided to go with a very, very square pool because I really wanted the hot tub to be right there and I wanted it to be lined up with the patio. I didn't want to have to extend the patio anymore. So I was just like, oh, okay, square pool it is. And I like it. I think it looks nice. I think it looks cute. And then using these little hedges, is that what you would call those? I don't know. To create like a little bit of privacy for the hot tub and because you never know if your Sims are gonna wanna, woo, make babies in there. I don't know. So I decided to make it a little private, at least from that side. Not very private from the other side, but that's all right. And oh yeah, and then I just put fence in the backyard that I like. I like using two different types of fencing, especially for things like this. Like the other fence was more for the pool, and then this is just to close off the rest of the backyard. And then I decided to put like a little seating area over here. I almost put in a fire pit or like a little bonfire, but I decided not to. And I like it just with that. I like it just bare like that. You feel free to add a fire pit if you would like. And just doing a little bit of terrain painting there. And then doing a little bit of landscaping. These little like low-lying plants, I honestly didn't even know they existed for a long time. And then little Simsy like uses them all the time, and I was just like, oh, I like those, and so now I use them more. Like, but I used to never use them. I didn't even know they like were a thing, and then she would use them. I was like, where did she find those? And um, I really like them. They're really cute. So she's quite smart. She's quite talented. But I'm sure you guys know that already. And then like I was trying to find trees to put around the place. Like all the trees I were picking up at first were like massive. I was like, why are these trees so large? And it was like becoming a problem. And just placing random plants and stuff on the ground is, I don't know. And that might be a little bit too overgrown on the side of the house, but I kind of like it. I like it like that. And then I wanted to, for some reason, I was like, oh, let's put a tree in here. That's doesn't seem very realistic or practical unless it's a fake tree. But I went for it, and I was having trouble getting it in there at first. That probably was a sign that I shouldn't put the tree in there, but I forced it in there anyways. I was like, nope, I want this tree and I want it in here. And then just doing a little bit of terrain painting. I used to never do terrain paint on builds ever, and just have like stark, super bold terrain paint on the floor, on the ground, and it just looked super weird. And I figured out that I had to like make it more subtle one, and especially with like the dirt on like plants and like around the edge of like the home and stuff like that. I just would never do that, and it really does make it look like more realistic and like just better. Like I don't know. So now I've learned my lesson a little bit. I'm not that great at terrain paint. I used to never do it because I felt like it was so hard to do. So yeah. So let's see. Now we're moving upstairs. I'm gonna cut a good portion of upstairs out. It took me a while to figure out the floor plan. I like cut that out. Yeah, see, we just jumped ahead. I was like, oh, I'm gonna cut this out, and cause like I wanted there to be a much better master bedroom, but like that just wasn't happening. I wasn't expanding this house because it was already taking too much time. So I was just like, it's whatever. Like that's fine. They'll be okay with this one window bedroom that's sparsely furnished and super tiny. It's fine. They're fine. Like they like the smaller space. They bought this house because it was smaller. Like they like that, so it's fine. I'm not even gonna worry about it. You know, the Sims who live here are very happy with their home. They're very proud of it. So, I'm not even gonna worry about it anymore. I'm just gonna pat myself on the back. And then again, trying to find good clutter. I feel like I never know what clutter to put on like nightstands or even in bedrooms sometimes. I'm just like, I don't know what to put here. Like, I don't know. It's just like, And then I wanted a feature wall, and not that paneling did not work. So then I just went with the stone, and then I did it outside in the hallway too. And then I put just like a little small seating area over here. In this landing, like none of the wood tones match. Like from the desk to the bookcase to that couch over there, like none of the wood tones match, and I'm aware of that. But I decided that it was fine, that it was realistic, because it's very uncommon for wood tones to just everybody to have matching wood tones in their homes like that. Although in a house like this, it might not be that uncommon, because this is a choice. Like, this is a very expensive house. So if you live here, I feel like you would not let yourself get away with non-matching wood tones. So I could be wrong. And I was trying to make those awnings from Island Living work, but they weren't the vibe I was going for with this home, so I got rid of it. And yeah, just adding in a little eating area, and so I can have nice barbecues. Yeah, when it comes to making like backyards and just outdoor areas look good, I suck at that. Like, this is me trying really hard, and it's still very like bare minimum, not that impressed. Like, it's like, you tried, like, and I did try, but I'm just not good at backyard areas. And I never use the backyards in my game when I play. Like, I'm never like, oh, let's go out in the backyard. Like, even when it's a nice, beautiful, sunny day, like, I never ever do that. So that I like don't ever do anything to the backyards ever. They're just like, eh. But I figured I should try with this build since I'm recording it, and I did try. And could it be better? Absolutely. But whatever. And so now we're doing the second bedroom. Like, we're back inside again, and this room has turned out to be very blue. Would you call that blue? Aqua? I don't know. It's a lot. And I really like it. I think it's super cute. I would have been happy with this room when I was in elementary school, because I decided that like aqua and turquoise were like my favorite colors in the whole world. So if I was a child, I'd be really happy with all this blue going on. I'd be like, oh, I love this. This is so cute. Oh, and I really love like sky blue. And so like I would have went crazy for this. I was struggling to find good wall decorations for this bedroom. I didn't know if it was supposed to be a spare room, a teen room, or what. It's just a poorly furnished room. But I guess I'm imagining for like a teen who's maybe like a almost in a young adult teen, like they're getting up there in age, and so it's like they're in the process of like redecorating their room, and they just want it to be like very minimum to show that they're like an adult, because they're like feel like they're basically an adult now. I think that's kind of what I was going for. So that's what we're doing, and I think the room is super cute. It's not the biggest room, but it's really cute. And yeah, we're almost, since I don't show the second bathroom, we are almost done with the house. We should be um jumping out of the video very soon. I like do like a quick like tour of the house. Like, tour is a strong word. It's not really a tour. It's just like this is what we did in the house. Like, here you go. Like, there's our living room. I don't think I go into the living room because that camera situation is so frustrating. Here's our kitchen. I'm really happy with the kitchen and the dining room. Here's that main bath with the laundry. Yeah, maybe could have put a plant on that dining room table, but it's cool. And yeah, see, this is like there's barely any furniture in there, but I like it that way. I think it's cute. Then showing our upstairs, and not much to show. And yeah, so guys, thanks for watching. If you want this house, you can download it on the gallery. My name on my username on the gallery is just Pursi. If you want it, you can have it. It's super overpriced, so if I were you, I wouldn't get it. But anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you did enjoy, please like the video with a big red thumbs up from all those hot puffs you were eating. Don't be afraid to subscribe. And if you really want to make my day, follow me on Twitter at Pursi, not Percy. And no matter what, I hope you have a fan-flippin-tastic day. Bye!